But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Entertainers, so time coming to y'all with another video. Okay, I am a little irritated, so not too much tonight. So warning. All right, I'm gonna take calls. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Sidney thing. My bad, y'all. And then we're gonna talk about some other stuff, and then we're heading over to Twitch and Kick, like directly after. Okay, so just so y'all know, head over to Twitch and Kick after. All right, because we're gonna be reacting to some stuff and then talk a little bit more on there. Okay, the reason why I'm irritated is just because like I don't think people understand like that news. It really irritated me. Like it ruined my whole day. No shade. Like I woke up to seeing it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not, it's just it's annoying to see. Like it's frustrating to see, and it's disappointing. Like I really feel like, mind you, I don't even know Sidney, but I feel like I'm like let down. That's why I'm annoyed. Like I feel so let down, and we still don't know all the facts yet. But I still feel let down because we just got set back by like 100 years because of her. That's why I'm irritated. Like hella irritated. Okay, now she did put out a statement about it and says that do not go by public opinion. She said public opinion should never replace due process. She then went on to add that her case should not be used to judge or stigmatize the transgender community, adding that one person's alleged actions should never reflect an entire group. Okay, since this all have went down, I've gotten like a good amount of DMs about just people from blank profiles talking about, oh, Pierre, such and such happened to me from this year. I'm gonna send you proof of this. I'm gonna send you proof of that. So that's why I'm even more irritated because it's like, why? Yeah, I'm so annoyed right now. I don't think I understand. So yeah. Now, Blognay posted this. Here's the thing. I'm gonna read this caption. I did reach out to him. He said that he got it from the lady in the video. To me, that's not credible enough. I tried to look it up, find it up in an article. It's like nowhere to be found. So this is purely just from the lady in the video. This is what Black Day told me. The lady in the video is where he got this caption from because he's the only one that posted this caption that was very descriptive as to what happened because it's literally nowhere. It's not on TMZ. It's not on Fox 5. It's nowhere. So this to me is not credible. I'm not just going to go by what some lady that was there said, some lady in the video said, because unless they were in the room with them, then yeah, that's why, you know, everybody's just waiting on like more details about everything. So this is what the caption ended up reading. And once again, this is not credible. This is all alleged. I didn't even really want to read this, to be honest, but it's already put on the internet. So, hey, I'm just reading what's already out there. Once again, not credible. He says the victim, the 13-year-old minor, was visiting Georgia to participate in a football event, was targeted by the suspect identified as Sidney Starr. The suspect stalked the minor through the premises before approaching him directly to tell him and his 13-year-old nephew they were cute. The minors did not know who Sidney Starr was and was unaware of the suspect's biological sex. And then the location, hotel bar area. Shortly after the initial encounter, the victim and his nephew were playing a game near the hotel bar where the suspect was seated. The suspect called the minor over and instructed him to touch his iPhone against her to exchange, share contact information. The suspect sent a text message to the 13-year-old victim's phone instructing him to come upstairs to the hotel room. The victim was confused by the message and why the suspect was contacting him. And then here's the location, hotel hallway and elevators. The victim was in the hallway when the suspect descended in the elevator, peeked out to locate the victim, then exited once she spotted him. The suspect gained the victim's attention while still in the elevator and told him to come here. He approached to see what she wanted. The suspect brought the victim into the elevator, used her hotel key, which was programmed specifically for access to the 5th floor, to force/coerce the minor up to her floor. She assured him that she would bring him downstairs and merely wanted to show him something. He was scared. He listened, not knowing he was in real danger. The victim had no key, so was unable to press a random floor number to try and escape due to the hotel keys being programmed for the floor your room is on. Once inside the private area on the fifth floor, the suspect, the 13-year-old victim, the victim physically pushed the suspect off himself and fled towards the exit. As the victim ran, suspect fell and attempted to grab his foot and offered money for an attempt to stop him from escaping. The victim successfully broke free and escaped the area. A close family member was notified immediately, and law enforcement was contacted without delay. Once again, this is what he told me the lady in this video said, the one that's talking right here.
This type of investigation usually is not resolved quickly, and I know that it's stressful, and I'm sorry that this has interrupted y'all's life. I'm interested in doing it thoroughly so that justice can be served properly. So I appreciate, again, your patience, and I appreciate your understanding in that process. I really do. It makes my job easier, and it's going to make for the best outcome in the end.
And hopefully more of it.
This type of investigation.
Sidney Starr out here molesting little boys at hotels.
So yeah, that's where he says that the information come from. So I am gonna wait on articles to put this out, but this is very descriptive. I don't know if the officers ended up telling her more details because she went up to them and then described actually like what went down since she is a public figure or what, but I wanted to read that to y'all. Child, when I tell you, I'm like, I woke up and I saw that and I was so like, I felt like y'all ever like was like happy and then you like, I was like, my mood changed immediately. That damn Tasha K posted that so quick, girl. That's said in 1.5 milliseconds. I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't think she understands the disservice you just did to thousands of people. Whether innocent or not, it's just like even getting caught up in this situation. I seen a content creator post. They're like, "Oh, why y'all? Some of y'all rushed and made a video about it, blase, blase." And then he proceeded to name two situations similar to this one. I'm like, boy, shut up. You're a part of the problem. Straight up. I'm about sick of your punks. Like literally, you're literally part of the problem. You named two situations. He done named two situations. He on Instagram. He named two situations similar to this. So, oh, you gotta wait. Da, 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 da. Like, you're literally part of the problem. Shut up. Like, what? Ah, I'm so annoyed. I don't think I understand. It's so irritating. It really is. Like, oh God. Now, his mom, I'm irritated. All right, Sidney's mom ended up speaking out and basically said that's really not in her nature at all to do something like this as well. So she did end up speaking out on behalf of Sidney. This is the mom right here. She ended up saying that that's just not in her behavior whatsoever. She goes by the name of Stephanie. Okay. All right, I am gonna start taking calls on this situation, but before I do, there are like a few stuff I wanted to get into, and also too, like what's so crazy is like Zeus was trying to be funny, in my opinion, especially after what y'all said on the after show. When I thought about it, I'm like, that is true. Like they were trying to be funny and have her be the audience host to basically remind her that like, oh, you're still like quote unquote a boy, and I blew up in your face. Because y'all was trying to be funny. Because why wasn't she hosting Baddies Gone Wild reunion as the audience? Why was she hosting a Bad Boys audience host? Like, why was she a Bad Boys audience host when there's so many male bloggers or male influencers, whatever, that could have did that job? I feel like Zeus was trying to be funny and I blew up in their face. Because now there's bad press attached to the reunion. There's people like, oh, don't drop the other parts. We not gonna watch it. Blase, blase, blase. Mind you, they haven't come out with full information yet, but still, I'm already seeing comments and stuff saying that. So it's like, y'all should have not tried to be funny, because now look, I'm just saying. But I peeped that. when I really think about it. Like, why was she the one hosting the audience for that? That didn't make sense because you have her telling like niggas to stand on business when like Sidney's not even a fighter. So I really do think they were trying to be funny, like completely trying to be funny. The Pepper did release a statement, basically said they're aware of the allegations on social media involving Sidney Starr as a matter of longstanding policy. The network does not comment on pending legal matters involving current or former cast members. While allegations remain subject to appropriate legal process, the Zeus Network takes matters of this nature seriously and does not condone the conduct alleged in recent reports. Miss Starr appears in previously produced programming that is currently airing on the Zeus Network. Her appearance in this content does not reflect a position or endorsement by the network regarding the allegations. The network remains committed to fostering a professional environment and producing programming that entertains audiences while operating with integrity, accountability, and respect for everyone involved. What annoys me, besides, of course, this victim being affected allegedly, is like the people that are waiting with the think pieces. That's what is irritating me the most. Like, you already know you got these TikTok poets and these TikTok journalists. They're waiting with think pieces up until, you feel me, written. They got material up until the end of the year on this. You know what I'm saying? The Deal Whisper, man, he is cleaning his do-rag and cleaning the ash off of the closet door so he can report on this for the next 2 months. You know, that's Sidney Starr. Like, I don't think she realizes what she just did. Like, girl. Oh, I'm so irritated. All right. Before I start taking calls, y'all, I do want to get into a few other stuff. So Andy did set the record straight, as y'all saw in the video I did make yesterday. And he says that these rumors of this new casting situation are not true. And that all of these rumors about Nene coming back and then Shamia getting fired and all that is not true. I kind of figured a part of it wasn't true because Shamia getting fired to me is crazy. Like, she's married, first of all. The show is called Housewives. So it's like there's only so much married people on the show. So y'all gonna have the show full of single people. So I kind of knew it.
I mean,
so like, you know, he does the I feel like
we love this group. So spoiler alert, we're very happy. There are a lot of casting rumors online which came out over the weekend, and I'm going to tell you that they're not true. And I am going to tell you that if you want a preview of next season of Atlanta, look at this cast. This is the group, guys. I mean, we love this group. So spoiler alert, we're very happy. There are a lot of casting rumors online which came out over the weekend, and I'm going to tell you that they're not true. And I am going to tell you that if you want a preview of next season of Atlanta, look at this cast.
Okay, I do like the cast. I feel like the cast, it makes sense. It's actually, they have a lot of good things going. I will say they could use a little bit of old blood and a little bit of new blood. This is why I feel like an OG is needed to come back and a new G needs to be tested out. I feel like that would be the best. Somebody does need to get demoted though. Kelly, we looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, it's like Kelly's the only one that's gonna really stand up to Portia and really tell Portia about herself. So it's like, although a lot of people want her demoted, do we really want the show to just be Portia and her ambassadors? You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to watch more than that. The recap will be dropping probably tomorrow on Evner Entertains. So stay tuned for that. Okay. And then also, speaking of Housewives, K. Michelle to me did something so hypocritical on this Breakfast Club interview. She says how we as Black people be doing each other the worst. And then she does this man the worst. Like, you should have just never even said nothing. And to me, it wasn't even that serious. She talks about in this interview how basically Shabuzi ghosted her about like a feature that they were supposed to do, and then she basically went on and said that she don't care about his ass anyway, because the moment that they find out that he don't like black woman, it's gonna be over for him. Child, that never stopped no nigga in the industry before. It ain't gonna stop him now. Like, ugh. Okay, it's only a problem when a female does it. And when a female does it, that's when it's a big problem. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that would affect him at all. But I don't think she should have said this in this interview. To me, this is so unprofessional. It's fake as hell. And then two, it's probably gagged the hell out of Shabuzi. He's never gonna wear to work with you again. And the way that country music is set up right now, they're not gonna want us black people to be at the top. So the last thing you need to be doing is feuding with your other black counterparts that do the same genre as you that they're trying to steal from us.
Won't work with and treat their own more fucked up than.
And wasn't he dating Sierra from Summer House? Like they were like dealing with each other at some point.
White country artists trying to understand our culture and all of that.
So you've reached out to black country singers to collab, and they don't want to do it?
Oh, I have. It's only about 15 of us in the city that's really there.
Yeah.
He can get mad at me and say whatever, but Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
So when all of that happened and all of that, Shabuzi, this and that, I got it. You know, the Nigerian singing country, I get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, what's going on? So I did. I looked at my DM and I saw, and he was like, you know, you the gold, this and that. And I'm cooking some turkey chops and pork chops. He like, you know, he cooked me some or whatever.
Damn, that's
give you a number. My A&R is calling saying you're looking for me, but when I text you, and you know I'm not a feature girl. When I text you about a feature, you don't answer back. Bitch, I don't need no feature from you, because once they find out you don't like black women, it's over for you anyway. Well, I probably supposed to say that. You can cut that. Well,
like you just did them in the worst way. God damn. Like, damn, you should just. My whole thing is like, I feel like when you ask somebody to collab or work with you, whatever it may be, and they ignore you, I take that as a sign. Like, you just move on. That's all I like working with people anyway, so can't relate. You feel me? It's a one-man show, babes. You feel me? A collab, a feature. You know what I'm saying? Like, All right, I'm gonna start taking calls, y'all, and then we heading over to Twitch and Kick. What's up, Avia?
Hey,
Long time no
Boogie.
see, babe.
I know. First of all,
I
it's
hate
only a
for
long
Chef to
time
catch
no
me
speak
annoyed.
on this app, because we talk
Oh, yeah.
outside of this app. Y'all gotta
Shout out to the Discord crew.
Period. You either there or you ain't. Sucks to be you if you ain't.
Okay.
Sidney. You know,
Doesn't it bother you though? Like, whether it's true or not, it's just like it's so unsettling.
it really is, because on one hand, you could argue this could have all been prevented had she just asked this person how old they were. But on the other hand, if you truly are into the minors, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway. Like, and I see people in comments
Right.
almost defending her, like, oh, well, he was probably okay with it until he found out that she was trans. Either way, he is a child. Like,
Right.
a 13-year-old boy, a 13-year-old child. What are we talking about? And listen, I know the kids are getting bigger and taller every generation, but you're not going to tell me that you can't spot a 13-year-old. Like, you cannot tell that was a 13-year-old. And people are saying, oh, well, she saw him from the pool, then playing with his cousin or his nephew at the bar. And I know how it goes to walk up and tap your phone to somebody and share a contact. I am so interested in seeing these text messages, because that's going to say, that is going to be, for me, that can be the determining factor of whether you were just being over, for one, like I said, as a child and she should have known better. But on the off chance this child somehow looked 47, If he's in
Which
that
is
text
pretty
messages,
not likely.
which is very unlikely, very, very, very unlikely. But in the off chance he somehow looked, just physically appeared to be of age, and he is in that text message telling you he is 13, hang her out to dry. And it sucks because we're not one band, one sound. We are individuals, but that is not what society gives us. Not as
Exactly.
Black people, and not especially to the trans community or anybody in the Ligga community. The society treats this group of people as a monolith, and what one does, you all do. And it's already been a war, especially on trans women who are significantly unalived more often than other categories of people. And all this is going to do is add fuel to the fire of the people who already hate you just for being what you are or what they perceive you to be. There's no excuse for none of that, because I've also been to the hotels where your key card does unlock the elevator. Like, you do
Right.
legitimately need it to get to your floor and get off of the floor. So it's like,
That's why I
Sidney,
wish that caption, it was like recorded, because we're just
yes,
going off the word
hearsay,
of what the lady said. Right. And that's what's
exactly.
annoying about it.
And for all we know, it probably caused a scene. Like, if this child came, running down the emergency stairs and is like, call the police, call the police, call the police, she's probably overhearing the commotion. I doubt the police would have told this woman,
Right.
hey, this
Because
is
that is
exactly what
very
happened.
detailed.
Exactly. She's probably there in the lobby playing telephone.
That's why I
Everybody's
had to
trying
reach
to
out to
eat.
Black Man. He's the only one that has that
And he's crazy
description.
because to release that without verifying anything else, like, listen, call the hotel staff and offer them some coin like TMZ is about to do to get the real scoop. The footage is going to be released by the end of the week. It's coming
Tasha
out.
K is going to offer her life savings for it. How
You know,
about that? Girl, when I tell y'all she was on it, I said, oh my God.
because, like, oh my goodness. Like, I am so surprised. And you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day. And today was her time.
Girl,
Because
oh
when
my
you
God.
sent that in the Discord this morning, I was like, oh, see, she really has.
Wasn't it early, Via?
It was early. Like, I was already at work, ticket-topper, and I'm like, no, she could not be started on Monday morning like this. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, the girls are thirsty for engagement. Whole time, this doodle bird was right. And it's
Right.
just so unfortunate because, for one, obviously, they're going to protect the identity of the minor. His name
Right.
is not and really should not. I pray that no one in his family or close friends or anybody who was there releases his information to press or to social media. The likelihood is that he's there for a football camp. If he's there with no parental supervision, he may be there for a sports camp, staying at a
Right.
hotel for a week. And again, you, a grown, full grown woman, stalked out a child allegedly, saw them again, decided to exchange information with them, lured them up to your room, did whatever you tried to do, and then you tried to allegedly pay them and coerce them into not saying something or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, girl, to the guillotine. I don't play no games. I don't care who it is. Because her mother's saying, oh, well, that's unlike her. It's always unlike these people. It's always somebody saying, oh, he would never do that. She would never do that. They would never. How many times do we see teachers getting away? And this is why the parallels exist, where we see Caucasian teachers have quote unquote sexual relationships with their minor students. But for Sidney, they're going to use that R word. They're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to use SA. It
Just
will
because,
not
yeah.
be watered down into having an inappropriate relationship or encounter. They are going to use the words that words mean things, and they're going to be used, and she will be posterized. And unfortunately, legislation across this country is going to also use that to set back trans people 10,000 years. And people who hate trans people will champion it, not realizing that you are a part of that community. If
Right.
if
This is why,
one,
like, me working with kids, because y'all seen the Life Touch story time that I did with my friend and stuff. Like, this is why I feel like when it comes to people in the LGBTQ community, you need to be very careful around kids so you don't end up
yes,
in situations like this. Because people do lie, people do accuse and stuff like that. But
yes,
it's like, this is why I moved the way I did when I worked with kids, because it's like, I'll be damned if I end up in a situation like that. Because, like,
exactly.
girl,
Exactly.
I wouldn't be able to take it because it's like I would never do such a thing. So it's like that's why if y'all go back to the story time, I said it like anytime that a teacher would try to leave me alone with the child, I'll tell them no. Like if you do, I'm leaving the room. Like I'm
Exactly.
not staying alone with the child. You're gonna stay with me. I don't care. Like
Exactly.
you're staying with me. Like
And that's
that's just how
honestly,
you have to move.
yes, for any adult in mind, because like I operate under the mindset that any child that's with me is my child, whether I know the kid or not.
Yeah.
It's just your job as an adult to protect the kid, but also it's our job to be diligent because, unfortunately, not unfortunately, children are going to be believed, whether they
Right.
are lying or not. They're going to be believed, and the allegation enough is enough to ruin you, whether it comes out as false or not. And people comparing that to a Tasiki situation where we're talking about something that was 15 years ago, in-house, inbred, and that demented family, that's something that should have, and listen, it's still always F her, been addressed
Right.
as well. But this is not apples to apples. Y'all are taking the watermelons and you're sitting it next to an apple, and this is not Fruit Ninja. We are focusing on the apple right here, and the apple is that Sidney Starr is dead ass wrong because regardless of how you slice it, this is a 13-year-old child. I don't know what Alps her nose went skiing on that day, and it's like I tried my best to try and think of a way that it could make sense, but there really isn't a way because even if you're like, oh, I didn't know he was 13, did you ask? Like,
And not only that, I feel like when it comes to kids, you could, to
you
me,
could
I don't care how
tell
old a kid is. I could see a youth in somebody's face. Like, I
the
don't care how much facial
diction,
hair
the
you
way that
have.
this child is
You just see
speaking
it.
and behaving. You're not going to tell me that you can't spot a 13-year-old who's doing 6, 7 with his friends and giggling. Like, you're not going to tell me that you can't recognize that. And me being a grown adult, I can meet a dude in the club right now. My first question is, how old are you? Do you have kids? And are you a felon? Like, we
Right.
getting this right out the way. So you telling me that you saw what you deemed an attractive, which I don't even like using in terms of kids, but a handsome person and said, yeah, you know what? Let me go out of my way because even if this wasn't a child, what you did is still SA. Like, and we can't ignore that. Like, just because it's a male does not make it not that. And that's the other half of that coin as well, where it's like so many boys and men are indoctrinated into, oh, it's cool to smash a grown woman or an older person. You're still being assaulted. You are. And the older person is wrong. There's not a person, girl or boy, who is a child who is fast enough to catch an adult who is not interested in children. It does not matter how good
Now I
you
want
look.
to ask you this too, Bia, because I've talked about this on the show. Y'all watch me, so this is a topic I always kind of briefly touch on because y'all know I like
Mm-hmm.
niggas older. Like it's just like that's just my stilo. Like you gotta
We
be
know.
like 30 plus to even look at me type ish, like late
Ooh.
20s, early 30s. They're just like, no, sorry. But it's like, do you look at people that are around that age that date like the 18 and the 19-year-olds
Yes.
suspect like I do? Because I have
Yes.
always found that to be weird because people are always like, oh, but they're legal, blah, blah, blah. I still find that to be weird because I don't get what you would find common with somebody that age,
Exactly.
legal or not.
Exactly. And when people point out the legality of it, all that tells me is if the legal age of consent was 13 tomorrow, you'd be talking to 13-year-olds because that's legal. We're not speaking about like you're leaning on that, you're teetering purposely on that line of, oh, well, they are at the age of consent, so I can do it. We're not talking about whether you can, because we all can do terrible things to people. We're talking about whether you morally should. And that is the problem. You should not be. And I'll always
Exactly.
say,
Scott Disick. That's an example.
exactly. Leonardo DiCaprio, all of these famous artists or actors and people, men in general, down the street who are 42 years old, and you're hunting your local high school graduations. You're always at the basketball games at the local high school. You're always on campus for anything going on for a local college. These are not your peers. These will always be children. My little brother is 2 years younger than me. Notice how he's still my little brother, not my younger brother. That two
Right.
years is enough for me to still infantilize you because I don't look at people like
Right.
that. I have nieces and nephews who are adults and they're still children. There's nothing that you have in common with these people outside of being a human being and maybe
Right.
and things like that. But you're not going to tell me that you couldn't clock a 13-year-old. This was not a Mensa conference. Like this was not some genius who showed up and you're like, there's no way. You're just they're teeter on that line on purpose. And listen, I'll always say the washed up hoes love them a dyke and they love them a YN because that's what they can get. But it's still the same thing. Like you should not be 32 years old entertaining anyone, in my eyes, beneath the age of 28, 29. I wouldn't even go 4 years, but I'll let that slide. But once you start doing that, I side eye the hell out of you because you're clearly not where you should be in life for your age category. And they don't know that yet because they're still surrounded by peers who are doing what they're doing. So it's easy to live that facade and look like you have it going on to someone who's 22 and living at home with mom and pop and don't have any bills for real. They think that this is cool. But the people who are your age are looking at you like, look at this scrub. But I will say kudos to the kid for going to get help. Kudos to the staff for calling for assistance. Get him in therapy immediately. Because
now career-wise too, I wanted to mention too, like a lot of people compared this to the whole Chingy thing because they felt like, oh, she ended up ruining his career, quote unquote, and now the same thing is happening to her. Do you feel like there is such thing as like karmatic revenge, where basically you end up doing something to somebody, but it don't hit them right away? It don't hit you right away, but years and decades down the line, the lick back gets licked.
So here's the thing. If karma was real, white people wouldn't be running this country. No shade. No shade. What this is consequences of those MFN actions. That's what this is. Sidney Starr has been getting her karma because she's been following behind the baddies bus for the last 20 years. You know, like that's her karma, is that she can never truly elevate herself. She paved the way, but she paved it with paper mache. Other people were laying legitimate bricks to build legitimate careers. And Sidney Starr is and has always been known as the girl who exposed Chingy and the girl who is just dying to be on baddies. Like Sidney Starr is the equivalent to Judy in my eyes. You just drunk and annoying. No shade. Like it is what it is. Like you want to be a part of the group, but you keep getting off the next bus and you don't even get a foot on the ground before Lemmy is yelling next every time. So no, this ain't her karma, but it is the consequences of her actions. And again, I need to see them text messages. I want to see.
I want to see more details on it. Like that's the thing. It just sucks because they're gonna hold some of it because it is a child. But it's like I feel like it's better to have the full story out there so we can know the situation we're dealing with than just a half and then a word of mouth, because we all know how word of mouth is. The word of mouth don't be worded.
Exactly, because literally that woman could have been hearing 6 different versions of events, and she's just
by the time they report it back, child, it's a whole
it's a whole nother thing going on, which is why we gotta get to the facts of it all. But for the people who are coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, she's been doing this,"
I side eye you too.
You know,
because I've seen those messages, and now I'm getting messages. This is what's really bothering me, is now I'm getting messages from like I showed you on the Discord, but I'm getting like blanked out messages saying stuff about Sidney, like their experiences and all that. That stuff, please, if y'all do have situations, sending it to me is one thing, but I physically cannot do anything in regards to getting you justice. So I would say please contact Fulton County if you do feel as if you are a victim of some sort.
Correct.
Because y'all, I'm busy, 1, 2, and then I want you to actually get justice the right way.
Correct. Like
versus sending it to content creators and wanting us to do, judicial justice when that's not our job.
Your local authorities.
Right.
No shade, because I understand the ripple effect is real, and that when one person speaks out, it makes it a little bit easier for the second person, and it makes it a little bit easier for the third person. But in today's clout chasey age, anybody can just create a profile, leave no picture, and say anything. And we're not about to be having your page taken down. You're not about to live in South Africa with Tasha K because you're getting sued for
Severed. She was. I didn't watch her video yet, but Sister Girl was like,
she is. Like, we're not getting you for defamation because truthfully, who's to say? Like, if depending on what type of attorney and case, how this proceeds, a lot of these things could come into play in that trial if it goes to it. So I implore anyone who has been a victim of Sidney Starr,
right,
go to your local.
Please don't contact consequences, but please contact law enforcement.
Yes.
Just like this, child and their mother went to law enforcement, do the same thing, especially if you have concrete proof that you went through something and you want justice.
Evidence,
right.
Especially that. Please go. You don't have to give your name and information to make it public, but you can definitely file the report. Please go speak to, your local law enforcement team so that they can get you some resources if you have to, because Sidney Starr is everywhere. So it's like the last thing you want to see is the person who abused you being plastered all over freaking TV and social media and building a career and seeming to live a life without consequence. Mm-hmm. But listen, if she's
someone
guilty,
also was like, are they going to edit her out of the reunion? Now, I do feel like it's going to be very easy to edit her out of the reunion. I don't think we're barely going to see her on the second and third part because she was only in the audience. So they could just, I feel like what they're going to do is go back to the cutting room floor and cut and then show a lot of more of the stage that was going on. That's what I think. Thank God they didn't put her on stage because they would have...
Listen,
you can't cut around that, babe.
It's better for y'all because now the reunion will be at least 30 minutes shorter because they spent way too much time in the audience.
Like, damn it, I got 2 parts now.
Like, exactly. Now we can cut this short. I think it's interesting that Zeus is choosing to make a statement about this, but not nan one of the allegations that has come out about their staff members or CEOs. But that they don't like to align themselves with quote unquote those kind anyway. So this is just an opportunity for them to sit on their fake high horse, but Zeus will fall. Rock Nation won't, but Zeus will. I'm gonna let somebody else.
Not you praying on the downfall, Bia. Don't let Mega hear you. Bye. All right, make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Okay, one little tidbit I wanted to add real quick. Sidney is not the only person they picked up. They done picked up Shamar too. They picking up all the Zeus girl allies. Okay, they done picked up Shamar too. Apparently, y'all, he got in trouble a couple years back. They said the booking record list of battery charge connected to an alleged incident dated November 25th, 2024, with a $2,000 Shirley bond noted on the record. As with any arrest, the charge is an allegation and has not been proven yet in court. And they said this is a development story. Okay, so that's another person that is behind bars. See, that's why, like, when it comes to, like, I hate to say this, but, like, when it comes to, like, Zeus, I really feel like it got, like, bad mojo on that network. Like, that's why it's like, Isaiah, you got that, babe. Like, no shade. Like, that network, it's bad juju, it's bad mojo. I'm very, like, big on, like, energy and stuff like that. And it's, like, nothing good come out that network. Like, it's always something. Like, I don't know. It's not their fault. Don't get me wrong. It's not their fault. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm not, because it's some of y'all conspiracy theories like, oh, Zeus set them up. No, babe. Okay, Sidney did all her own recognizance, allegedly, whatever allegedly situation she was in. So let's not do that. But I do feel like energetically, it's not. All right, what's going on, JJ?
Oh, you done brought me up here. Okay.
Babes, you're not ready. I'm finna ask you back. Danny, what's up?
Hey, Bookie.
What's up?
So it's a lot to get into. First and foremost, I am also from South Florida. Miami is in the building, so I can speak about people who be plotting on young kids, because y'all know those Miami men, the men who
those tricks, the woo lady and them be recommending y'all too.
Going around high schools picking up young children, trying to entice them with bags and food and chips and Uber Eats.
That's always at the practices for some reason.
Exactly. So people like Sidney Starr just need to, like, it's about time. We only know how many times she has busted an 8 or linked with somebody's child, and now I'm so glad that they reported it. But what I was gonna say is Sidney took the and more route. You know how people just publicly like to embarrass themselves because they feel like they need to get their clout that way. Even and more after the fact, she was like, she couldn't even watch Baddies anymore because she was just embarrassed of, like, how she react to certain things and trying to get on. But Sidney, like the last caller said, Sidney definitely spent all that time chasing the baddies bus and trying to, get her name out there. And it's like, you've been on Bad Girls, you've been on Baddies, like you don't have to do this. So what my question originally for you was, did you think that they were going to take Sidney out? Because I just watched your recap on the reunions. I was like, ooh, Pierre need to update this.
Yeah, that was before. I recorded that late last night. That's why I see my camera. Like, I do think they're gonna edit it out for sure. Because it's not gonna look right if they do leave it in my opinion, as a viewer, viewers are not gonna be happy leaving that in there, especially because with this situation, even when they release more details, we're still not gonna know every single detail because it's a child.
Exactly.
So that's what sucks. So if I were the Pepper, I would not leave. I would make them re-edit it. I'm not gonna leave her in there talking, making jokes and kiki. And that's why I said it backfired in their face, because I really do think especially with Chas on the after show, they were trying to be funny. Because why is she in the audience host? She's not a nigga. So it's like, why is she hosting a Bad Boys reunion telling niggas to stand on business when it's like she's not a nigga? You get what I'm saying? Like, that in itself was kind of like, that doesn't make any sense. Y'all could have put a man in the audience host and then make her do, you feel me, like maybe help with Baddies Gone Wild or something like that. Like, that was just strange to me.
You know what I think it is? She knows something that Rolly know. Because Sidney stayed on a Zeus programming. She knows something deep about surviving Zeus.
No, I don't agree with that because we haven't seen her on there in a minute.
She knows something, because she like the other children are allegedly blowing up Lemmy's phone trying to get on. You know he hate when you blow up his phone.
So you thought he buzzed? It was like, fine, I'll bring you. I know he was hot when that news released.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God, Natalie, I knew I shouldn't have told you for her to host that reunion, and now we get all this bad press. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
He hasn't released a statement. I'm surprised
he did. No, he has released the statement. You missed the beginning of the live. I read it. He did release the statement.
Okay, I gotta watch it back in your voice.
He did release the statement. I read it in his voice. It's a serious topic, y'all, so I'm not trying to do jokes and stuff about it.
Pierre, it's really for me when you go,
Yo, you know what's crazy? I didn't realize how many quotable stuff I have until y'all say it back to me, because I just be talking up the top. I don't plan these things that I'll be saying and stuff. So when y'all say it back, that's when I'm like, oh.
No, you got your punchline. So, if you hear it again, repeating your nachos for sure.
Right. That part. Okay. Now, do you feel as if once everything's done and everything like that, is there still a chance for a trans baddies? Do you feel like this tarnished it altogether?
I don't feel like it tarnished it, because people were begging for Bad Boys and Bad Boys came back. As far as specifically, because the audience is there, people want to see it. Now, the Pepper probably gonna be like, okay, well, we can't do that right now. He might pull one of those and make people wait, 7 years for something.
Right.
But he's also trying to keep up with, like, now that's TV. So he's stealing all their people. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming. Do I think it's coming this year? Do I think it's coming next year? No. One thing about in that press, he wait till it blow over. He releases statements, his passive aggressive statements, embarrass Scotty a little bit in between, and go on.
Not embarrass Scotty in between. It's crazy. Now we were talking earlier. So how do you feel about this? Like, older men that are like late 30s and stuff like that, we see them a lot online. Graylin Perlin, we talk about you, nigga. That like they talk to like 18 and like 19-year-olds. You know this being from South Florida and stuff like that. Like, what do you think about dudes that do that type of stuff?
I think that their community don't call them out enough, because just like the last caller said, you really waited to like the last age. Like, you don't think that that's okay? I think it's even weirder when they have children older than the age that they're dating. That gives you would do something with your child, or you don't see anything wrong with like being with some like an age of a child that you could have easily raised yourself. It's sick. It's real sick. So we don't call those people out enough. People don't hold their friends accountable enough. Like, we need to start shunning people and shaming them.
That's the problem. I feel like over time, like, we've gotten rid of shame. So like, people say and do anything now.
No, for real. And again, in the Haitian community, the shame is still alive.
Oh yes, that's never going away.
It's never gonna go away. So, sometimes I just feel like, ooh, let that have been a Zoe mommy. She would have definitely been like,
Man,
is you okay?
you would have literally been whatchamacallit from the family.
Right. Before she tell everybody 7 News and everybody else and their mama, you definitely would have
Right. Every aunt and uncle in Haiti would have knew about what you allegedly did, babe.
Straight to WhatsApp for sure. But yeah, I think it's sick. Free Shamar. Don't free Sidney. She need to stay where she at. And I definitely am interested to hear about who comes forward, because this isn't a fluke. People who get caught up for child crimes, this would be the first time that they got caught. And I'm sure they have like a seizure on her phone to really go through and see who she's talking to.
That's what I think so too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's not be surprised.
And what's worse is Sidney does OF. So that's another thing. Like, this is why people don't realize how big this can get. Sidney does OnlyFans. So I've even seen in the comments, they're like, oh, the dudes on the OnlyFans be looking young. So it's like, they may be starting to look at that type of stuff too. So I just hope those boys and those men, hopefully, were of age in those videos, because that's a whole nother charge.
Exactly. And they do the charge by the item. They itemize that. So Sidney could walk out with 611 million counts of CP or this and the third or endangering a minor, because especially when it comes to the law, they add on any charge that can even be associated with the one thing you did.
Right. And Drea, we're looking at you too. Exactly. Yep.
Ooh. Y'all clocking T. I love that because people definitely don't, especially people in the spotlight. You have to care about your face just a little bit. Like, I know people typically try
and y'all be wondering, Pierre, why you got trust issues? Because you see the story. This is why. Exactly. I'm telling you, you're not getting me. Bitch, I don't give a vibe. Like, no day. Like,
you don't play about your face, Pierre.
Like, I just don't. That's one thing I've always said on Chishan. Like, the one thing you cannot, like, I feel like that's the hardest thing to repair is your name. Like, you can fix things that are broken. You could get money. You can lose it. You'll get it back. You feel me? Like, everything is repairable except your name. And that's what sucks.
Right. And
that's like the one thing that's like kind of irreparable.
Right. And I didn't even know about the whole Chingy thing. I looked it up and that happened in 2011. So I didn't even know that was a whole thing that happened. So I don't think it's karma per se.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I think people like Sidney are just susceptible to having bad things happen because you're always doing people wrong. Like, it's bound to happen. You're bound to be in a dumb situation because you play stupid games all the time. So.
Right. All right. Thank you for calling in, Danny. Night. All right. What's going on? Jamie with a Y. Oh, Boo not ready yet. What's going on, Bonnie? What's up? Bonnie not ready either. All right, what's going on, Hennessy? Discord crew, what?
Hello. There is so many layers, but I just want to say we, in this political climate, is taking a real bad L for the Libiquita community. This is not a good look, especially for our Black people. This is not a good look. I've had my own personal experiences with older individuals, and Sidney, you knew that. I don't know the ins and outs. This is what I heard up in this live thing.
Once again, we still do not know specific details. The caption I read, according to Blognay, because I hit a Blognay, he said that was the lady from the video. That's where he got the story. Now, that story is extremely detailed, Blognay. So did you get the story and then you chat GPT'd and it popped? You feel me? So that's why, don't even go by that, y'all.
But I just put myself in that minor shoes because you can get on them apps. They don't require an ID. You can get on there, meet whoever. None of them people, I feel like they know, or they'll hit you with the you mature for your age, and it's just that's why I don't. Y'all can like older men. I can't do it because it's just, well, at least not too old, but
right. When I say older, I mean like late 20s, early 30s.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but
I ain't dating no grandpapas now. Not too much. I wish I had a trick like Woo Lady. Woo Lady, put me on, babes. Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I know a lot of people can relate up in here. I know a lot of people can relate that they was really talking to somebody that they themselves know they had no business talking to. But if an older person is going, then it's just
Yeah.
like, as a child, that's not your responsibility. The person who is of age, you know,
Yeah.
and it really saddens me, Kelly, because oh my goodness. And I think Sidney should rot in jail if she knew, because it's like, you know, Zeus. I don't know how they're gonna clean that up. Um, but all the people that's coming out, I'm pretty sure she was probably doing it to a few other people. I'm not gonna put that on nobody until we get the concrete facts. But it just reminds me of this white man. He was a creator, and all his videos they will always look younger,
Mm.
very petite, small men, and then boom, CP. His name was Austin Wolf, I
Oh
think.
yes, I know
Yes,
exactly who you're
yes,
talking
yes,
about.
yes. His
Yes,
name
yes,
was
yes, yes.
Austin Wolf.
And he is in the clinker for like a
Link
minute,
up.
and now and this is the stuff people need to know about, especially if you have children, to be very aware of. There's like these apps now, besides of course the regular dating stuff that we all know of, but like there's this app called Telegram.
Yeah.
So that's what ended up getting him in the most trouble.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Telegram is off the App Store right now. Literally, you can't you can't download it. I swear, go to your App Store and look up Telegram. I just was scrolling on Twitter. It's not there.
Right.
Because I use Telegram. They be scamming. They be doing all this.
Now what you doing over there, honey?
Funds get exchanged from time to time,
Okay.
But no, seriously, Telegram is an app because it's all encrypted. So like people be thinking that they safe, but just like they're finna go through Sidney's phone, they didn't went through your phone they can get a warrant for search and seizure, and they have these devices for CP mainly. They plug it up, it downloads your phone. It creates a whole clone of your phone, and they just all in your stuff. Like they just all up in there, personal business, everything. I know because I've been arrested, and it's been happening to me. It happened to me. Very invasion of privacy because they look at everything, even if it ain't got nothing to do with the case. Curious minds, whatever. But the political climate right now, I just know that black people are just gonna take this and run. The Tasha K's, the DL Whispers. I hate that something like this happened because not everybody is like that. And Tasha K got some nerve.
They group us already.
Yes.
One. So it's like that's the problem with Sidney. I feel like, and that's why I never was I would, joke and impersonate her and everything, but y'all know me on this channel. I have always said, to me, she's like the trans clown. Like, don't take her serious. She's not the representation. I feel like I don't think she's a great representation for trans people because she's the type of person people laugh at and they don't laugh with. And I don't think that's okay. So I've always said that on the channel. And what bothers me with her, you could tell, like, she don't think about, like, you're bigger than what you think you are. Like, her allegedly being caught up in this, it's not just affecting her and of course the child, it's affecting thousands, damn near millions of people too. And that's what she doesn't understand.
Especially the trans community. Like, it's not like we can sit up here and talk about just the situation, but I'm more so concerned about the LGBT community as a whole, because I've been in situations where, like you said, I'm not staying with a child.
Right.
Because I don't need that on me. I don't want it on me. I don't need that near me. It's too sensitive. This is a very sensitive topic. And to see the comments, very nasty. And please watch out for y'all family members and stuff like that, because if they say stuff like, of course she did it, she's this, that, and the third, y'all, when stuff like this happen, please pay attention. Because this when people let you know who they really are, and then but all trans people don't do that. And I hope that this doesn't make it like, because TMZ posted it, so it's already getting there.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta see. It's getting a lot of traction. Like, it's getting like a lot of traction. Like, it's everywhere. I've seen it in so much blogs. It's not even funny.
Because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? But then I'm like, maybe it was like a 17-year-old, because that can happen. But 13 though, you just needed that.
That's why to me it's like as much as we don't know information on it, I can never sit here and be like, well, like, no.
No, there is no will. That's why it's like just for right now, I'ma just be quiet because like I'm gonna talk about it because the whole topic, but in actuality, it's very bad. And I've been
now,
and
what do you think about people that are like men that are like older and stuff like that, and women, even women too, that are older and stuff like that date like the 18s and the 19-year-olds, and they're like, oh, it's cool because they legal. It's cool because they legal. Because I've always got an issue with that.
I always side eye. I feel like you're not. I feel like the legal age of being an adult should be turned to 21 because 19, the teen part is where it always gets me. The people who are even 20 and 20, I am in my mid 20s. Okay, I cannot talk to someone who's 20.
No
Neither can
shade.
I talk to someone who's 21. When I'm having a
Exactly.
conversation with those individuals,
it's like a kid
because they are. And especially for males, your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25.
Right.
So like it doesn't even register. You don't even if you ain't got no car, you ain't got no house. Like it's just
I
certain
just feel like you
things
should be
that don't.
you talking to somebody that stay with their mom or like you gotta jump at their mama house. Like you know how crazy that is. They not paying the iota of a bill, girl, and you talking to about what?
No, but this is the problem with hookup culture.
Ugh.
Even then, it's like you shouldn't be hooking up with somebody if you can't even go to their house. Like you can't come over because I live with my parents. Now I can see if you're trying to save a little money on, but that's why you just don't talk to nobody that's 19 because you putting yourself in a sticky situation. And then not only that, I feel like we're teeter-tottering when they are 16, 17 because a lot of people do that too.
Right.
Because some states they do allow 17. That's not cool. But and then when stuff like this happens, this is why you can't even get on X Hamster. You can't get on none of those websites
Oh
no more
yeah.
because
Florida, there is no corn, babe. It's Twitter.
like because you have to put in your ID because they were finding out that people
Right.
were uploading videos with minors. Like
Exactly.
it's dumb. So that's why like when you said the OnlyFans and they look kind of young. I mean,
Now I
OnlyFans you
haven't
have to.
looked at any of them yet, and I low key I don't even want to because ew.
No.
Yeah. But even somebody I just pinned their comment, they said the boys on the OF did look young. So whoever that is, can you describe like what age range did they look like? Because I did see that in the comments and I have gotten DMs about that as well.
It might be an Austin Wolf situation, but I know for OnlyFans specifically, you need an ID. You have to have that person's consent. So every time y'all be seeing these people with these masks on, they still had to feel comfortable enough. I don't know if there's a way around for all the big creators, if they have a way around.
From what my understanding is, I thought it was you only like say because I never did OF, but like I know people who have. Isn't it the person who its account is? That's the only person that has to submit the ID.
No.
But and then if you collabing with somebody, both of y'all have to put y'all ID in it. But let's say if you hook it up with somebody that's not a creator, that person doesn't have to put their ID as well if they're gonna put their video out.
No,
how does that
you got
work?
it. You got it. You got it. Because I'm not trying to put my.
Oh, oh. See, we got some slow talks on the Discord.
no, but literally, you have to have that other person's ID. Their face don't have to be in there, but if whatever system they use on the back end, it tracks that you're making content that's not solo. You have to have somebody else's ID, at least for certain websites. Now, OnlyFans, they wouldn't let me, but like they just you have to. So I don't think that nobody has been underage when dealing with OnlyFans. But like you said, with that white man, if they tended to be young, those are the signs that we all should have been paying attention to from the get-go. So, but I don't like the people that's like, oh, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised. I don't know that lady personally. So what do you mean you're not surprised?
Someone said Valley Sky. This is alleged, you guys. They said it's an NYC drill rapper named Ray Driz, 18 through 19, that she did content with him.
But when though? Because if he's 18, 19, it shouldn't be a problem.
So like Valley, what year and stuff was this? Because he was like, I'm ignoring your comments. So
And
I'm
then
not
you got
ignoring
and
it
then you
now.
got Ice Spice.
On there is the thing. All right. Now also too, what do you think about like her future in regards to entertainment? Do you feel like this would tarnish it? Let's say, for instance, she gets proven innocent. Is this going to prevent her from getting jobs?
I think it's just gonna put her more in a box than she already is. And like this is why instead of making a fool of yourself, you should have been trying to build allies. When T.S. Madison tried to reach her hand out to you, you maybe should have listened instead of acting like a clown.
That is very true.
You know, this is
She
when
did.
this is when you because when I watched T.S. Madison, we literally had the same birthday.
Yeah.
When she took her butt over there, when she took her butt over there and went on Tasha K and Tasha K and correct, burnt that bridge literally, and that's like the biggest ally that kind of would.
And by the way, y'all don't be bothering T.S. Madison because this is why this situation irritates me because, like I said, it affects other people besides the people that are in this case. She is not literally the spokesperson for every trans person, and that's not fair to me. That people use her as, oh, what's T.S. Madison gonna say about this? That's not her daughter. Like, what the heck you want her to do? Like, that's not fair. They never were friends like that. They never hung like that. She tried to help her out, and then she did some funny-ish. So it's like, please let's not use her as like the trope to answer to all these questions because that's not fair. Especially because y'all blame her for every damn thing, anyways.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's just she's not gonna be able to do much, even if she is proven innocent. Plus, with the Cheney thing, she's just putting herself more in a box. And then even when she was on Dollhouse, they made a clown of her own people. Like made a clown of her.
Like literally on Dollhouse, she lit a plum fool. Like they done kicked her all around. Joyce socked her left and right. Like it was just like, this is why I kept saying Sidney to me is the trans.
But this is why people need to stick together because this is so not on topic. But even the whole thing that transpired with Pookie and Akasha, that did not need to happen like that. That's crazy. That
with the verse with the hit for hit.
Yeah, and like talking about I mean, yo, see, I don't like it's not a these are y'all better stick together, get y'all allies, especially these celebrities, because ain't nobody they gonna throw you under the bus just like Zeus did.
They see us all as one. That's the problem. So it's like
we unfortunately, and this is my little last statement, she literally gave the opposition what they wanted, including the white people. And then we have these elections coming up. Like, please go vote, y'all, for y'all governors.
Please go vote. If you're not registered to vote, register to vote.
Look up where your district is, get your little piece of mail, ID, whatever you need to do, because this is who's in charge of your states. This is very important. And we got just a turning tide right now. Very important. Y'all be playing when y'all want. But anyways, thank you for having me up here.
Drop that OF link in the Discord.
No, I'm so gonna go to the Discord. This is why I know this and this.
Bye. What's going on, Jazz?
Hi, Pierre. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, so I agree with you with like the bad juju because for Sidney to have not been on Zeus and we're just now seeing her and then this arrest comes out is crazy. It's really
literally
crazy.
The night of.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. And I think somebody asked you already, do you think that they're gonna like edit her out completely or just like edit around her? Because I'm not sure how
I feel like they're gonna do what they can. Hopefully she wasn't talking a lot. And now I do know she got into it with Pootie and Landon. And I don't think they come out until like part 3. I don't know if they're doing a part 3, but they come out later. They did get into it with those two. I know that for a fact because some of my entertainers were there and they were calling her all types of men and so that was a back and forth. I don't know if they're gonna still use that for content purposes. Who knows?
Okay, yeah, because even though Zeus is Zeus, it would still be a really bad look because those charges look so bad. And it's just, it's wrong in general, but I kind of hate this for the LGBTQIA plus community. I hope I said it right. But I really hate this for that community because now we already know that transphobia is very, very it's very blatant in America, and we know that transphobia is very blatant with Black trans people. So now people are going to use Sidney as the poster child for why transphobia is okay towards the people who are trans that are not into that, don't do stuff like that because they know that it's wrong, and it's just sick to even think about something like that, because that's a lot of the discourse that I'm seeing online. It just takes that community back a
I heard
thousand
the
steps.
I haven't been on TikTok lately because I know it's like a fire field over there, but I heard
Oh my
it was
god.
10 million lives because of that happening.
Yes, and
That's what I heard.
it's so unfortunate. But what I'm confused about is, like, you really have to be sick in the head, because if she just hosted the reunion, I'm pretty sure that she got a check for it. So you're hosting the reunion and you're still, well, allegedly you're
Busting
doing stuff
dates.
like this. Yes, you just hosted the reunion. You've been wanting to get back on Zeus for how long? And you just hosted the reunion and you had the audacity to do. I mean, I'm glad that, the mother and the child came forward, but just the fact that you even did this when you got the platform that you wanted to get back, it really did
Allegedly.
allegedly, I'm sorry. It really just goes to show how sick in the head you are, because Pierre, I am 33 years old. I cannot date somebody who is 30. So let alone somebody who is 10 years my junior. What do you have in common with somebody that much younger than you? It's really disgusting, and I hate how it's normalized just because the legal age is 18.
Right.
That shouldn't matter, because it still looks bad on your part, because it's rooted in control. You're going for people who are younger than you because the people who are your age, they don't find you attractive, because for whatever reason you either don't have your stuff together, you're emotionally immature, you lack emotional regulation, or you just refuse to grow up and just take responsibility for why you do the things that you do instead of getting help for whatever it may be. So that stuff like that just frustrates me, because it's like, when people look at older people that date, like somebody who's like 35 that's dating a 25-year-old, or somebody like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Scott Disick or Tyga, stuff like that,
Right.
people look at it and they think that it's okay because it's the legal age, but that doesn't make it okay. It's not okay. I feel it might be an unpopular opinion, but I still feel like it's rooted in some kind of predatory behavior, because
Oh
there's
yeah.
nothing you have in common with somebody
Like
who
to
is
me,
that much
Tyga
younger
dating
than you.
Kylie when she was that young, like Kylie looked like a pubescent in the face. Like this is before the surge and all that. Like, oh.
Yes, and Toni Braxton even said that she was neighbors with Kylie, and before allegedly, before she had turned 18, she said that she would see Tyga leaving her house. So this isn't something that just started when she was legal. It will be way too convenient for stuff like that to start when it's legal. That's what frustrates me so much, because people normalize dating younger way too much, and people see it as
Oh
trendy.
yeah.
Like, oh no, we still have a lot in common just because we have an age gap. That you have nothing in common. You have no, I don't care what anybody says. You have nothing in common with somebody who is that much younger than you. There has to be a deeply rooted reason as to why people go for people who are much younger than them, and it has nothing to do with, oh, young people, they're young, they have more energy, they keep me young, they're fun, they're
Oh
spontaneous.
yeah, that's what
To
people
do
love
with
to
that.
use too. They keep me young.
That it has nothing to do with that. You're going for people who are younger than you because they're less experienced. Even though you're emotionally immature, you still have that awareness, and you know that you need to take accountability, but you're not doing that. So you're going for people who are not going to hold you to that standard, because you know that they're too young, and their brain, like your brain, doesn't even fully develop until the age of 25. So you have no business dating somebody who's that much younger than you. I genuinely, like, I can understand, like, if somebody's in their 20s and you might want to date somebody like in their 30s, but if it's like a 10-15 year age gap, even if they're of legal age, I would still see it as weird, because what do you have in common with them, honestly? It's like, and I
And we
know
see
that
it a lot with these reality people like lately. I've been seeing it so much lately, and I'm like, this is crazy. That's why I said in my video, I'm mad y'all couldn't comment, because I wanted to see y'all not go back and forth in the comments, but I wanted to see y'all and what y'all had to say about what I had to say. But YouTube, I didn't cut off the comments, y'all. YouTube is not allowing me to display comments, because I had to rate the video,
oh
talking about SA and stuff like that. And because of that, they
yeah
turned off the comments. They still let me run
okay
ads on it, thank God. But
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? They didn't allow
Still
the
gotta get the
comments.
bag
I'm
either
like,
way.
right, you're right. It's either they were like one or the other. They're gonna limit it and allow comments, or like babe, no comments, but they run it. So there's that. But I wanted to hear what like people in the comments and stuff had to say about it. So please comment on this one, because I want to hear what y'all have
Yeah.
to say too with everything going on. But yeah, like, and I mentioned that video, like the photographer that Ivy was going back and forth with, like I seen him on Twitter. He was dealing with somebody who was 18, and the 18-year-old was
Yeah, I saw that
whooping
in
on
the
his ass.
video. But so is the photographer, is he like in his 20s, I'm assuming?
Yeah, late 20s, early
Late
30s.
20s.
It has to be around
Okay.
that age.
Why are you
It's like 18.
fighting with somebody with a teen in their name? What for, like what even came of that for it to have escalated to you putting your hands on them, or vice versa? You should still be old enough and have enough awareness to be like, okay, you know what? I see where this is going. I'm not gonna do this. And you still ended up doing that. And I don't know if the guy like got whooped or anything, but it still looks bad on your part because you are the older one. And I know that a lot of people like to age shame and stuff like that, but we have to stop normalizing stuff like that. Like, not to get off topic, but why did nobody say anything when Tommy popped out with Jewels? Why did nobody say anything about that? It's weird. Why did nobody say anything about Miss Nikki dating the Ball brother who's like 7, 8 years younger than her? Or Anna Montana, who's dating the other one that had a baby with him, and he's like 23, 24. Anna Montana's like 37. Or Drea,
But a lot of
and she
people
had,
didn't say
yeah,
anything when Demi
yeah.
dated the guy from Your Mama.
Yes, or when Zoe Kravitz said that she had a crush on Will Smith's son when they were filming that After Earth series when she was like in her 20s and he was like 17, 16, 17 or 18. It's like, I don't understand. And it's the industry, so I get that it's
MUA
normal.
said it's because it's a woman dating a younger man. So
I
there's
know,
less
but that's,
criticism when it comes to that.
yeah, and that's what needs to stop being normalized, because wrong is wrong. The standard should be held for everybody. It doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter the gender identity. Wrong is wrong, and people need to start having that standard for everyone across the board. It shouldn't only be men that get exposed or get criticism when they do stuff like that, because plenty of women in the industry do it too. So I just think this for the child more than anything. But once again, I hope that he gets a lot of therapy. I hope that with everything that's allegedly happening, I really hope that they're able to just keep him safe and just pray over him and just hope that everything is going to be okay, because what Sidney did is not okay. And once again, the fact that you finally got what you wanted and you're still out here doing stuff like that, it really just goes to show that you don't even care about your career for real. And I was like a teenager when the thing with Chingy happened, and I do believe in karma. Like, a lot of people might not think that it's real, but you have to understand that it's gonna move at its own pace. It is gonna move at its own pace. When people
It's
do
as if like they
nasty,
waited for her to be like at her peak, like energetically, she's like at her peak, and now
yes,
it's like
that's what
boom.
I'm saying.
You
Like,
notice
she
that, right?
finally got, yeah,
This could have happened
that's
at
what
any
shocked
time.
me. That's what really surprised me, because this could have came out at any time. This could have came out when they were still filming the reunion before it even went out. But the fact that it happened after the night that the reunion dropped and we finally got to see her and she got into it with whoever, it's really crazy. And it really just goes to show you really have to be mindful of what you do in the world and how you treat people and just the things that you do morally, because you cannot possibly think that you're not going to get your get back for that. Like, a lot of people like aren't spiritual and don't believe in stuff like that. I completely get that, but I still do believe that karma is real, and sometimes it will take you when you're about to be at your peak, because look at what happened with Diddy. Look at what happened with R. Kelly. Like, you cannot possibly think that you're going to do disgusting, deplorable things and nothing bad is going to happen to you. But it just really goes back to the fact that this has to stop being normalized. If this is true, she needs to be under the jail. And even if not, she's never going to be able to have a career after this. I'm sorry. She's never going to be able to have a career after this. It's just not going to happen. At least I don't think that it is. Do you think that she'll, like, if everything, or she like ends up being proven to not be true?
I feel like she's not going to be able to recoup from this, only because even if you are proven innocent, because anything involving a child, people automatically going to assume you guilty. That's why you don't even get in a situation to where that could happen, because people are just going to believe what they just read online. They're going to believe the headline. They're not going to follow up to see the evidence, to see if, you're innocent or not. That's what I'm gonna do and make sure I do on this channel when more
I
details
do agree with
come
that.
out. So
I do agree with
that's
that.
why I feel like it's gonna be hard to recoup. It could have been anything else. She was better off getting like charged for like fraud or stealing. People get over stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, girl, like
Or
everybody
like
got something like that. Everybody
or
knows somebody who
something.
got something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
you can bounce back from that. But the only thing that I like, of course, justice for the, victim, allegedly justice for them. But also, I just really hope that like public trans figures like T.S. Madison and Bob the Drag Queen, like I really hope that that community really treads lightly. And I'm not going to say not speak on it, but I'm afraid because if they do speak on it, people are automatically going to throw the transphobia and, oh, well, you know what, you're not a woman. Oh, your people do this. It's sick in the head. You're a man and you put on a dress. Like that's Pierre. When I tell you that's everything I'm seeing on TikTok right now, that's everything I'm seeing. Yeah. Ooh. I don't even be on it, but like the Sidney thing, it's been going on like it seems like it's been all over the internet like all day. So that's why I've been like tuning into it. But yeah, I really do hope that public figures that are trans, like Black trans women, I really hope that they tread lightly on the subject because it's already enough transphobia and we need to pay more attention to the charges rather than the identity of the person who did it. That's really just my main point. But thank you for letting me on, Pierre. You guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for talking about this topic, something very, controversial and serious. So thank you for letting us on and giving our opinions. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
on growing, keep on elevating, keep on giving us the fire intros. I love them so much.
All right, night.
Okay, bye.
I love my entertainers. Thank you so much. All right, what's going on? Mia.
Hey.
How you pronouncing it? Mia?
Mia.
Mia. Okay, what's up, Mia?
Yeah. I'm good. Yes.
Now, what do you think about everything that has been told online? Now, it's not much detail. A lot of it is still a lot of alleged information, word of mouth type stuff. Like, what do you think?
I think it's just disappointing. I'm friends with many T girls, and it's just like it makes what they have been doing to progress further, it makes them take a step back. Because of stuff like this. Like you said with the last caller, it's like people don't like actually read the articles. They see the headlines and they're gonna run.
Right.
So that's why I'm with you. I'm really frustrated because it's just like Sidney now. You did all that chasing the baddies just to go on Bad Boys, and you didn't think that was shady that they put you on Bad Boys?
Yeah, that in itself was shade.
Exactly.
I really did not think of it until y'all said it, and I'm like, wait a minute, because I don't be thinking like to me, I'm trying to think at least somewhat positive. So I'm like, no, like they finally gave her opportunity, yay! And then I'm like, wait, y'all said it last night. Y'all like, why is she hosting Bad Boys? And I'm like, oh wait,
it would have made more sense
right.
for Bobby to host it,
right?
Like, even if Bobby has some dealings with the Bad Boys, it would have made so much more sense. So it never computed to me while she was even hosting, because I was just like, doesn't she want to be a baddie? Why is she hosting Bad Boys? And the Bad Boys, and then like getting into it with Pootie and Landon, they take it to hell.
Yeah.
So
you think they're gonna air that part?
No.
You think they're gonna cut it out?
I feel like the Pepper just had enough of Sidney.
Right.
I
What's so crazy is Sydney's ops right now, they're celebrating. Girl, Joyce is throwing a party. Who else? Joyce is throwing a New York barbecue outside of New York. You and me?
Buddy.
She's like, yeah, I told you, Sydney. Like, that's what Sydney be touching, like, niggas, little blings. Like, yo, you know that Joyce is happy. It's all hell right now.
Like, I met one of Sidney Starr's, like, sugar babies, right? And yes, this was when Nikki before she came out MAGA. So I went to the concert with them. And
now, how old is the sugar baby?
The sugar baby was my age, like 20, 23. I was 23 around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. No, because I just met them too. So now you got me rethinking. Like, hold on, let me go on Instagram real quick.
Right.
But I just thought she was a sugar mama. But that disappointed me more because I was just like, girl, you could have just stayed a sugar mama. Oh my gosh. Like, why are you doing all this? And then it's like I get for OF I don't even get for OF content because it's just like, girl, go on Twitter. You could have made a bag off Twitter alone. Like, come on. Like, she could have went the messy route, but instead she went like the like, how do I say this? So like
the stereotypical, this is how the T girls make their money route. And I don't like that.
Yes, because not all T girls do that.
Exactly. Because it's like it's a narrative pushed out of media that like they all selling it. You feel me? They all doing OF. They all get the tricks on the side. And it's like, no, there's some that are very much corporate girlies. Like what, like, you feel me? Like that's just not the case. But people just automatically just think that because of what we're seeing on some of these shows. Like we see the Not As TV girls, some of the girls, some of the dolls on there, some of them still selling it and all that. And they're like, oh, they all do it. They all do it.
They don't.
Yeah.
The 9 to 5 T girls are mad. They can't even like get a regular job because it's just like they're gonna automatically assume that they're selling it when it's just like no, they're humans. Like, and that's why it's disappointing because it's just like even politically, everything is going backwards. So it's just like even with the passports, with the gender identification, it's just like they just got it and then he took it away. So it's just like now Sidney's not going to get no other career. Like you said previously, it's just like people are going to see the headlines and that's it.
Right.
The fact that you even put yourself in this situation is disappointing at your big grown age. Because it's just like you should not, like, you could tell a child what a child is or like how a child acts. So it's just like for you to even like allegedly invite that into your hotel room is insane. Like, yeah.
Now, what's gonna be interesting is when they do release like more details. I'm wondering how long it's gonna take. I know he said he plans on doing it thoroughly. My whole thing is stuff like that should be a little bit cut and dry, no shade, because once you look through the phone, you got all the evidence you need. Like,
exactly.
That's my whole thing. Like, this isn't an unaliving where you really gotta do like you gotta get the fingerprint and you gotta.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? Like, this is somewhere you could check both phones, see if it matches up. You're like, hey, you were saying this, and then this kid went like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just hope it doesn't take too long because it is leaving some people on edge and it's making a whole lot of conspiracy theories and videos and things out.
That's why I think
annoying.
Zeus is never going to like give her a bone ever again because
no, that's over.
Yeah, it put too much spotlight on them again. You know, the TikTok conspiracy theorists.
The Pepper just got over the lawsuit drama.
Okay, they
damn
just
it.
got
You know
over the
he's hot.
Israelites. They just got over the
Jocelyn
Israelites.
apologized.
Okay, like they were all quiet about Scotland. Like they just had the baby.
Damn it.
Quiet on that creek. Now,
No, it's loud.
I don't even think he's gonna give T girls a chance for another 5 years.
Yeah, no. With that, I feel like that just pushed it back like years. No shade.
Yes,
that literally pushed that back years. Which is like, and if I were to meet some of the girls on Dollhouse over there, I'll be very angry at Sidney because it's like, how dare you?
Yes, you know how long they've been waiting, and then they saw Cash get up there. They're like, oh yeah, it's my time.
Exactly. That's what's crazy. Like they gonna allow Cash gonna end up on Zeus before some of them do. Man, the way that would piss me off so bad. That girl ain't got no teeth in her mouth, and they finna let her up there before y'all. That's crazy.
What I'm saying. Some of these T girls actually got something going for themselves, and are actually definitions of baddies. So it's just like you just push them back all the way to the back of the line. We'll see wheelchairs before we see T girls.
not the. You ain't right. She said she's sick of y'all playing on her top now. I didn't see the video. She said she is sick of y'all playing with her. I know exactly what you're talking about. When they come to every audition, she said she is sick of y'all playing with her.
Not
name.
Even her. I saw this like makeshift network.
She's talking about Paralyzed Punani. Whenever you come into the audition.
No, not her. I wasn't talking about her. I was talking about like the makeshift network, and they said baddies on wheels, and it was literally baddies on wheels.
Yes.
I was like, they'll put them on before a T girl. That's crazy to me because of this. And it's just like, because he's so scared of that spotlight back again. That spotlight just dimmed. Now it's just like they just shined off the light bulb and boop. It's back on Zeus.
That's what sucks.
Yeah.
Someone say, come on, yeah, I can't condemn all that. We're not. We're saying the network is going to, babe. Somebody
That's what I'm
commented
saying.
that. We're not. We're defending it all. We're saying it's going to be a problem because Zeus, no shade, they're not gay friendly. So like,
yes, like, and then you even see it with Bad Boys on how
Yeah.
the security man handles the men, and it's like I get their men, but at the end of the day, they're not. They're like slanging them around. Like you saw the way they like slung Shamar. Like it's just like. Even with just having the Bad Boys having a reunion, it was so much behind the scenes that was happening for the girls to get a moment like this. And now it's just like, bam, it's gone. Like I'm all for the T girls. So it's just like I'm not, it's just Zeus Network. It's just got too much going on that they don't want to even risk having something in the public associated to them.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to worry about the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
The mesas.
The tasers.
The glass.
Oh my goodness.
The bazookas.
The butt.
Take his butt.
Yes.
I know they hate me. You're trying to go nowhere, home.
I keep thinking of that every time I see her. I'm like, oh Lord, she's gonna swing from her butt. That's why
Okay. Another thing I wanted to get into is we were talking about this earlier. Like, how do you feel about older men and women too that date because it's legal? They'll date like the 18, they'll date like the 19, but then they're like 31, they're like 32, they're damn near 40, but they'll date like the 18 and the 19-year-old. What do you think of that?
I don't like it at all because it's just like coming from someone who has been groomed as a child. It's not peaches and cream. It's not cute. It's like these grown like adults are going after like freshly 18-year-olds that are very vulnerable, and it's just like they're like, oh, they keep me young again, they remind me of my youth. It's like, no, it's like that person is confused and they're like, oh, is this adulthood? Like, I guess so, when in reality it's just predatory.
I see a lot of people in the comments talking about T-Girls on Baddies. We're talking about a whole separate show that they were going to do, you guys. So what are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
we're talking about a show that was going to be like Not SCV's Dollhouse just for the T-Girls. So
because they even
I don't get the Discord and the argument in the comments.
They were even talking about it in the beginning of the Bad Boys the Bad Boys reunion.
Right.
Natalie,
that's what we're talking about.
We're literally talking about having a T-girl show, not even having T-Girls on Baddies.
Right.
T-Girls
if they didn't do it then, why the
Boys.
heck would made y'all think they're going to do it now? Y'all crazy?
That's what I'm
put
saying.
T-Girls
like,
on
we're
Baddies?
not saying
No.
it's never going to happen. It's like, it's now going to be paused because it's like
right.
all the stuff happening within the Zooniverse.
Right.
Yeah. I'm
sorry, y'all. Sorry, I had to just because I see a couple of people talking about that. So I'm like, no. Like they thought that we were saying that to put T-Girls on Baddies.
Oh no,
basically.
no.
Yeah. That's what that's what some of the comments were saying.
Oh,
no. We're talking about them wanting like creating a whole nother show. That's what Sidney even said on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think they should do that because I can already see Mariah Lynn. Even though she's an ally, I feel like she'll say something slick.
Oh, for sure.
Like, come on. I feel like she'll say something slick. Even though she's an ally, she'll say something slick in a heartbeat.
Tommy would be so ignorant and say something.
Oh my God, man. Oh no.
Be like, man, you got me down there fighting. Like, it would have been really bad.
See, no, I can't even. You see, I don't even want to watch the ignorant stuff.
Any final thoughts?
No, it's just disappointing that she did this, like I said,
allegedly. I have to say that because once again, the only reason why allegedly. Not I'm scared of being sued. It's not even about that. It's because I'm being fair because all the details are not out yet.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I still don't like it and I still believe it than not believing it, because once again, like when I look at the age and then I look at the situation, it just and then it's a hotel involved. That's what makes it. It's the hotel.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? If people were messaging at the house, then it's like, okay, like maybe but it's the hotel. That's what I was like, okay, now like once I heard that, I said, oh.
And then you said people were messaging you saying she been did this, and I said, and it's like that's part of the problem. Y'all should have been reporting this. If she been did this, y'all should have been reporting this anonymously. If she allegedly did do this, because it's just like that's why even with like you said, with older men and women dating freshly 18-year-olds just because it's quote unquote legal, it's like, y'all, we need to talk about this. We need to have more conversations like this.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
my
do.
thank
All
you
right.
so much for having me on.
Thank you so much, Mia. Bye. All right, what's going on, Diamond?
Hey, Pierre.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh man, I just can't believe this.
You
I really just
disappointed?
can't believe. Yeah, I really just can't believe that she would even do something like this. Like this is just like right at you were gonna get everything that you asked for and stuff like that, and it's just like you just set the community back a lot. Cause, like I said, I am a L in the LGBTQ, and like I
Hmm.
said, down here in LA, the T girls and the les, we're like this, like we're sisters, like so we know about the busting the dates of it all
Right.
and all of that type of stuff. So it's just like, girl, like come on, like at your
Like she
grown
should have knew
age,
better.
exactly. You should not be busting dates at your grown age. Like, come on now. That's for the
Especially with
young
the
girls.
notoriety, right? The notoriety that she does have too. It's like there's just no
Literally.
way.
And I saw a clip online of like Akasha and she was crying. And I was like, I felt that in my soul. Like, she was like, they're gonna blame us. They're gonna blame us. And I'm like,
Exactly. And that's what's making
dude,
me feel bad. And I did see the post you're talking about. People in the comments were mad that she was crying. I'm like,
yes.
why wouldn't she cry? Because
Why
you have
wouldn't
somebody
she
for your
cry?
community,
What?
right? You have somebody in your
Like,
community do something, they gonna all blame everybody in it, and you ain't even do
yes.
nothing.
Exactly. Like they already say that type of stuff about us anyways. So it's just like I felt her on that, and I was just like, that's just so unfortunate that
Yeah.
they have to go through that. And it's just like T girls already get it bad enough already. They're already ostracized, already in the LGBTQ community, already in their own community, they're ostracized. So it's like they're just constantly getting attacked, and I just feel so bad. It's
Yeah.
just a shame, and it's just like you're making it worse for everybody. Like you're
I just
making
feel
it
like
worse for
Sydney,
everybody.
she doesn't think, and that's the problem. Like I feel like the people that she had around her, they kind of like enable her to just be like, oh, whatever. Like you know how Sydney is, just like, I'm gonna like,
Yeah.
no, she needed. This is why Tess Message tried to be, a guiding hand, but she would not listen. So it's
And
like,
it's just like the girls never listen to Auntie Maddie. And it's just like I never understand why they never listen to her because
but when she
she's
says
the
she's
one
on
who has the
vacation,
end.
let her be on vacation, okay?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's just
Okay.
like I don't understand why they never listen to Maddie because she be trying to tell these girls like, look, we are like we're in the forefront. We're in the limelight. So everything we do, everything that we put out in the public is going to be criticized and talked about. So if you give these people ammunition to talk about us, it's just like what it's like what else can you do?
When I tell you, it ruined my whole day. Like I was like so irritated.
I
Like, I
cannot
don't think I
believe that.
understand. I was so irritated. I'm like, I don't care if this is true. I don't care if this is false. You fucked up my day. Straight up. Because it's like,
Literally.
girl, really?
And it's just so sad. And I just feel like, girl, I just wow. I don't even want to say that it's false because I don't believe that it's false.
Me,
Allegedly.
that's the thing.
Allegedly.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like we say it
Like
allegedly, but it's like I can't sit here and be like, well, there could like
no, I believe it. I do, allegedly.
right. No, I feel you. I feel
Like,
you.
because it's
That's
just
exactly
like,
how I
I don't
feel.
know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like already that given alone how old you are and you're busting dates, that already made me believe it. Like,
Now, we also talked about in this video, like the men and women that are like older and like they'll be like, oh, such and such is 18, so I could talk to them, or 19, so I
I
could talk to
never,
them and stuff like that. What do you think about that?
men that do that, I feel like, and then it's just like, I feel like you're making that okay and like you're making that type of stuff okay when you say that oh it's okay for a grown man to mess with something with teen behind the name like like that's crazy like teen they're not even developed their frontal lobe hasn't even developed yet it's like what are you doing like what would you even have in common with somebody like what that's a kid they're
Right.
in school all type of stuff like you paying taxes
Mhm.
They paying for lunch, school lunch. Like what?
Exactly. And what's crazy too with this whole David and Celeste situation, like this Sydney's like such deep trouble. Like it's like,
Oh
girl,
yeah, I
like
heard that. I heard in your video the person saying that like, oh, she was liking and reposting stuff about the Celeste case, and I was like, whoa, yeah, she might have had like a little.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's
That's
bad.
weird. That's weird. Cause it's just like, what would you have in common? Why would you even be reposting that?
Now I don't know if it was reposts of like the case or like them together. I don't.
Dang, I
I'm
wish
just
I would have known. I
disappointed.
want to be messy. I look want to be messy and go to the commentary and be like, what was she reposting?
It's still up there. I didn't delete it. It's still up there.
Yeah, so I might go hit them up and be like, what was she reposting?
Yeah, it's still up there. So there's that. Now when it comes to her career and stuff like afterwards, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, is she going to be able to work again?
Oh no, she's done. Oh, she is done. It's already
Even if
bad enough
proven
that
innocent.
even if proven innocent, she's done because not like that already. Zeus, they don't even mess with T girls. They don't mess with the LGBTQ plus. So you even being back on Bad Boys and all that type of stuff, that was a gift to
It
you.
was the olive
No shade.
ranch. Now
Literally,
they
that
done
was
they done
all
burned
the
the
French.
tree.
You burnt the bridge, babes. Like, what the heck? Like, wow. Like, I cannot. Wow. Yeah, no, she's done. I don't see nobody coming back from that. Even people who have been proven like false, people still say that about them. Like,
Oh
oh, they
yeah,
did this, they did that. Even though they've been proven negative, false,
innocent.
all type of stuff. Innocent. Yeah, and they
It's
still say,
because
oh
people
yeah,
are gonna go with the headlines. And that's what's
exactly,
crazy. That's why it would be better if I'm telling you if she got caught stealing some, girl. Like you got caught
exactly.
stealing some people that wouldn't
Boosting,
even have hit some of the blogs.
exactly.
They wouldn't even have reposted about it. They would have been like,
Maybe disorderly conduct because allegedly she be on the powder donuts. No,
allegedly. I don't
allegedly.
know nothing about that. You feel me? I don't keep up with Sidney, okay? I
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
I can't.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I feel. Like that's just crazy. I just feel like it's unfortunate for the LGBTQ community, and I just feel like we should just handle it with care and just like I really hope that if Madison does talk about it, that like she handles it with care and
Not gonna
like
lie, I hope she doesn't. And the reason why is because anytime she says something about anything of the sort, they're gonna take her words, they're gonna twist
twist it.
it. You're gonna have bloggers come up, you're gonna have the TikTokers and the people
You're
waiting for
pushing
her.
an agenda. You're
Right.
pushing the
And then they're gonna
LGBTQ agenda.
you already see the small TikTok heads. So the other day, y'all, T.S. Madison said this and just leave it.
Yeah.
That got nothing to do with you. You're not friends with them.
Yeah, that is true.
It's fine. Like I wouldn't say nothing if I were her. I'm sorry. Like sorry. Like I would pray for the victim because that's who
Yeah,
needs to. You feel me?
exactly. I
That's who
hope he's
deserves the
okay.
sympathy.
I hope he's
But
okay, and I hope
Sydney,
yeah,
we're gone. Like
exactly. Like
yeah,
you're an adult in the situation, so please,
yeah.
like, miss me with that. I hope that he's okay. I hope that he gets therapy. I hope that like that this doesn't hinder anything that he has going on in his future, like with mentally wise. Like, oh my God, that's just so sick.
Yeah, it is. All right. Thank you for calling
Thank you so much.
in, Nate. All right, CC, do you love me? Oh, you're not ready. You're not writing. Danny, what's up? What's up? What's up? You're not writing. Jody. Okay.
Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hi, Pierre. I just wanted to say, like, I'm a longtime viewer, so I'm glad to be on here.
Yay. OG Entertainer.
Yeah, from the beginning, since the Gigi Ma days, and like
Hey,
with only a few
y'all,
people.
please. Okay, this is the one favor I ask. I need to find Gigi Ma, y'all. Like, I miss my YouTube friend.
She
That was
was
the one
sick.
person I used to talk to consistently, y'all. I don't think y'all
Right.
understand.
Yeah, I think she was sick or something. She came back for like one video and then she disappeared again. I don't know what happened.
Child, I reached out, she reached back out to me. Like, it's just like, it hurts me. Oh,
Those were the days.
I'm telling you, like, oh, see, you're a real OG entertainer. Because if you know Gigi Ma, okay, you've been around, babe. Now, what do you think about everything that has happened?
Okay, so I have like a few points. I even wrote notes and everything. So,
Okay.
I kind of feel like there's a silent war happening between the Black community and the trans community, like specifically trans women, where transphobia kind of unifies the Black community for that one moment. Because we are always like online, like Black women versus Black men, and it's always like this big hoopla between us. But the one topic that I find like really unites us is like the hatred for trans women, transphobia. So this situation I found to be very tragic. Obviously because, there's a child, a minor involved, and I'm gonna
Right.
circle back to that part again. But I kind of feel like not most importantly, but just one of the components of this situation is that now they kind of have a person to say, hey, look, we told you that these people are degenerate or are deviants and predators, and look, we have a person, and it's not just like any old trans woman. It's like kind of like the face of one of the faces of trans women, truthfully. Like she's come so far. I remember I was probably like middle school age when the whole Chingy, I'm 32, so
Right.
I was probably middle school age when the whole Chingy situation happened. And I remember him being so popular, and then literally his entire career being eviscerated because of that situation. And that was one of the first times I think I've ever really saw a trans woman um identify as such and just openly be trans. So yeah, so it happening with her I think is really significant. I also kind of believe though that there's a silent war kind of happening, like bubbling under the Hot 100 between like hetero women and trans women, specifically like Black women in a way. um a lot of each side just kind of comes across kind of accusatory to the other side. Like one point I'm hearing a lot lately is that the reason why some men choose to be DL is because Black women don't accept them if they were to say that they were bi or whatever the case may be, and that causes a lot of uproar with that. And it's just kind of like a back and forth kind of happening here. And once again, I kind of feel like the women that would feel inflammatory to this type of conversation would take this story and use it to bolster the point of, you see what we said about these people, and
Right.
like this is just like honestly I get what another caller was saying, that Akasha, she was crying about the situation, and I could totally see why, because the impact of it is going to be a lot. But I from there though, I do agree that like trans women will be blamed for this, but I kind of feel like the center of the conversation should be the minor
Right.
and what has happened to the minor and how that's going to impact, and how we should protect our children, how we should protect minors from these sort of things allegedly that happened. Although I agree with the last caller that says
Yeah, and
allegedly,
me.
but I think it was
Yeah, I agree with this. Once again, I'm saying allegedly because it's allegedly, but I
exactly.
think it happened.
Exactly.
That's what sucks.
That's the worst part. It's like when I saw the mugshot, I was like, okay, this is 100% real. Like this happened, but allegedly still remains, the
Right.
fact remains. But yeah, I kind of like the center of the conversation. Yes, it is honestly really horrible that this situation happened for the optics of Labiquita, specifically the tea. But the center of the conversation should always be the minor impacted by, you know, grooming, sexual abuse, all these kind. I don't know if could say that word.
Yeah,
So
no, you can.
going.
Like, do you feel like when it
Mhm.
comes to like this alleged situation that happened, like what could the parent have done to prevent a situation like this? Do you feel like leaving your child unattended like that in an area in that environment is not the best thing to do, or should that minor not have had a phone at the time because of their age? Like, what do you think?
Right. Well, I have like two baby cousins, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like one is 15, one is like 17.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, we thought with the 15-year-old, we thought that we knew her every move, that we, had the internet on lock, everything was, is on lock and locked down, and she still was able to kind of get into some sort of talking stage with a man that was in his mid-20s.
Oh.
And we didn't, it was really just, and mind you, she's like the most like innocent, thoughtful, sweet, intelligent person in the world. And she's honest. But she just, didn't, obviously she knows the implications of being with a guy that age, but he makes her feel pretty. He makes her feel special and all those things that, us older people know what to do to manipulate younger people. And he did all of those things, and they were like in the talking stage, and her mom only discovered this by getting a hold of her snap. I think she was on her Snapchat trying to find a snap they did together to send to herself, and there goes all the messages with this guy, or one message. I think he was responding to something, and she's like, "What?"
And that's why I mentioned that Telegram app earlier, because it's like parents do need to be vigilant of those type of apps, the Snapchats, especially the Telegrams. What else is there? The WhatsApps, because they have some delete stuff on there too. Like those are apps that parents need to be mindful of if your kid is using on a daily basis. Even Discord, because that has to do with the whole Celeste and the David situation. That's another app.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like even my Discord, like we gossip in there. Like it's no like nothing crazy. It's like, but still you should be monitoring what your kids like are like indulging in.
Right,
So,
exactly. And it's these days it's super hard, especially if you're not up to date with what the new hip, website is, with the new whatever. So I say that the parents, they obviously should take control of what their kids have access to, but at the same time, like how can, like, when being faced with that situation with my baby cousin made me realize, like, there's some things, like, if the adults will not rise to the occasion of protecting the children, then there's always going to be that, like, sort of vulnerability that happens where, yes, you can protect your child from maybe 90%, but there's always that 10% that can slip through the cracks. So it's our duty to, like, as adults, to check other adults that are doing things that we think is suspect, or keeping an eye open and out to look, because the kids, they're gonna do, it's so true. When we were 14, I try to think back, like I think the guy in
the only thing we
question,
had was like Kick.
right, exactly. So there was
and they ain't the
so
streaming Kick. We talking about the
Exactly.
KIK. They used to
Exactly.
turn your profile picture black when you was depressed. All
Right.
that.
And even I'm from the AIM days, like people had to have your tag to talk to you, like certain things. It wasn't so like, hey, any old person could have just had your AIM. You had to have get their AIM from them. What is your handle? And that's how you had to know them to some degree or through someone. But now it could just be online. A guy sees your 15-year-old baby cousin's picture, sends her a message telling her she's pretty. No one tells her that she's pretty at her school. Now she loves this 25-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so much that goes into it, and it's honestly it's a team effort, truthfully.
But those are the apps, you guys. So parents, write that out. It's Twitch is 1, 2, Discord, Kick, Telegram, Snapchat. Snapchat to me should be number 1.
Right.
If your child is constantly on Snapchat, I feel like that's a red flag.
Exactly. The deleting of the message. Yeah.
Straight
that
up.
automatic deleting of the message. No.
Snapchat is nothing but trouble, even for adults. Betty, I'm gonna tell you, the girls gonna hate me for this, but if your nigga is a avid Snapchat user, I hate to sound like the DL whisperer. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Clock in.
Yeah. That app that's not in style. You know what I mean? Nobody, I'm using, unless you're making money from it. You can make a lot of money from that. A lot of influencers and celebrities. That's where it should be. If it's that, then it's okay, cool. But besides that, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
What I
with
say?
Yeah. I agree with that totally. And just to round out the questions, because there was another question you asked earlier. If she will be able to work again in the future, how it will impact her career. And I actually have an unpopular opinion about this, but I actually think she will be able to work
why?
again. I feel like nowadays I see people do egregious things, and then they
bounce
disappear.
back like it's nothing.
Yeah, they disappear for a little bit. There's a new thing happening where, Like even with Erica Mena, remember when she did the whole, monkey
Gorilla.
comment, the gorilla, yeah, with Spice, and I'm Jamaican, so I was just like, yeah, that girl left for dead, that girl left for dead,
Rascal
and
Pusto.
I was so mad. And then a little bit of time went on, and then next thing you know,
Two
she
Ways with
just
Erica Mena.
exactly we had that, and that was a big show
Oh yes.
on Zeus, where it was Zeus, right?
Right. Yes.
And yeah, it was a big show. It was super violent. I'm like, okay, did we forget that she called us like monkeys the other day? Like, what happened?
So
And this
the
is a
art
black
of you
network.
feel like the art of like not redeeming, but bouncing back from a bad career fall is to ghost and then come back like nothing happened.
Exactly. That's the new trick. I'm telling you,
That's the new
it's
trick.
working. It is working. I'm telling you. So I actually think she's gonna come back. She's gonna
Mhm.
cry. She's gonna say she didn't do anything. I didn't know he dropped me. He this, he that. People are gonna want to see it. They're gonna want to view it because it's
See, somebody
content.
said they don't agree because they said that, yeah, but that wasn't a crime.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean
a
that
hate
it
crime.
was
Let
a
me
hate
stop.
crime. Let's because she threw the table, she was talking. But I mean, I've seen crimes. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
Chris Brown is on a tour right now, and that's even controversial for me to even say. Chris Brown's on
Uh,
a tour right now. He's at his 10th victim at this point. So there's and people and that those tours are sold out. So I'm just saying that there's this new thing happening. I think it's under the Trump era. I'm like conspiracy
right.
theory, like under the Trump era, like there's people are redeeming themselves from horrible things these
No,
days.
I do see what you're saying though. That is
Right.
very true. I have seen that lately where people do disappear and then they do come back like a thief in the night. Like, oh,
Yeah,
it's like a new
sorry.
person.
Exactly. And some don't even address it. So,
Yeah.
I actually am on the side of she's gonna disappear. She's gonna come back. I didn't do anything. It wasn't. I didn't know or whatever she's gonna say. And it's people are gonna tune in because they want to see
Come
the
back with a
content.
show saving Sidney Starr.
Exactly, something like that. And then we may just it may just blow over. Who knows? So
I don't
yeah.
know. I just feel like who she is. The reason why I don't agree with that is because who she is as a
Mhm.
person, a trans person, it's like
Right.
the world is less forgiving.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So that's why I don't think it's gonna be that easy to pull the
Right.
Erica Mena and just be like, hey, like
Right,
no.
right. No, that's totally true,
Yeah.
and that component it remains to be seen. So, but I kind of I don't know why I just feel like she's gonna disappear and then she'll be back. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Jody.
Of course.
All right. Thank you, Nate. All right. What's going on? What's going on, Bonnie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh my God. People keep calling me and then it's like messing it up.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm
I
good. I'm good. How
haven't
are
called
you?
in a long time. I just wanted to start off by saying how serious these charges are. She's
Mhm.
facing 25 years to life on one of them, 25 years, and then the other one is like 8 years, which is surprising because
You
it's a
think it should
minor.
be more?
Yes, anything that has
Yeah.
to do with a minor should be, people are in jail, prison for drugs for less, But
Which to me is I always say that on this channel, like I don't get people that get caught selling even pot of donuts. They get caught selling pot of donuts. Y'all put them in jail for like 50 plus years. They get caught selling some weed. Y'all put them in jail for 50 plus years. Somebody touch a kid, oh, you put them on a list. Go. That to me
that's
is
because
why America bothers the heck out of me. It just doesn't
That's
make
because of the government. The government, the same reason why they push that AIDS was brought by the gay people. They try to push that because that's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. So they're trying to deflect, but that's a different story. She is in a lot of trouble.
yeah.
I feel as though you're not going to catch me in any that will never. You may catch me speeding, you may catch me drunk in public, but you'll never catch me in a compromising position with a minor. Like, that's not even like an 18-year-old. I'm pushing 40, I'm 35,
Mhm.
she's 37. Like, I don't even care if you're 18, and they push the legal age to 18 only so the kids can go to war. Like, this is, yeah, these are children. Your frontal lobe isn't developed until you're 26.
Mhm.
So I don't care what anybody says, oh, I'm mature for my age. No, honey, you're not. You're not. It's just not it.
You're mature until you have one mishap in your life, and then we see that age, babe.
Yeah.
That's what it is, to be honest. One little thing go wrong,
Yeah.
then you show you see that age.
And I just feel so bad for the whole LGBT community because when a Black woman does something illegal or something, I never feel like that I'm going to be judged. You know, not that bad. You know, it's just kind of like she's a weirdo. Like with the David thing, we're not saying, oh, these Black men do this,
Oh
you know?
yeah.
And then even with the Epstein file, why are we not saying, oh, white men, even though that's what we hear most of the time, older white men doing this? Like we don't
Yeah.
say that.
That
But we
usually
see
is the usual suspects.
that
Older
man
white
just
men
killed that man just killed his wife because she outed him
on
for
that
being
TikTok.
yeah,
Mhm.
but we're not saying all, but we hear this one trans woman now it's the LGBT. And I've talked to a lot of different people and different like just experiencing like just talking about our experience with different trauma with like predatory behavior because it's so common with men and women. And I've never heard it being a trans person. So like it's ridiculous to just say, oh, it's only them. But like I said, it's what the government is trying to push, and we all just take it. And it's just when I hear that she was online crying, I'm like, wow, like that. I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad.
Yeah. Now, also, we spoke on like apps and stuff like that that kids are now starting to use that lead them to, getting in contact with some of like these predatory type of people. Like, have you had any instances of that with any maybe kids you have or like nieces and nephews that and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, my sister, she has teenagers, middle school and high schooler girls, and she's had to delete roadblocks. She's had to take their Instagram, Snapchat. We've had to have conversations with them. And you brought up like, what can you do? You need to be open and honest. Not conversations, be careful. No, there are predators out there. There are men and women that want to harm you. You need to put the fear in them.
Right.
Whenever there's an adult around my nieces, they look straight at me like, yo, is this okay? Because I tell them, yes, because you need to tell these kids you do not have adult friends. There's no reason why you as a child has adult that's your friend.
Right.
So you do
I
not
love
speak,
that.
you do not speak to an adult unless I am there. And even the police, it's illegal for the police to talk to you unless a parent is there. So if they have a question, you need to tell them to call me. Like I tell them, we were at the park one time and this man decides to go, I was like under the gazebo thing. This
Right.
man decides to go walk over over there. I started walking towards there. When he sees me walking, he turns around. For what? My daughter, who's 4 years old, and my nephew, who's 7, are swinging on a swing. This grown man decides to sit on the swing right next to my daughter when there's all these other swings.
Right.
I walked up to them. You guys get up and go to the other swings.
Right. These are the things I feel like people like. This is why, like, I hate when parents and stuff, they're like, oh, it's social media and stuff like that. And I'm like, if you as a parent are making sure and you're vigilant doing stuff like that, that's where like kids, they pick up on that behavior and they make sure and they are aware. So they're not sneaking and geeking and doing stuff around. I think I lost you, Bonnie. Let me add you back up. All right. Bonnie, you still there? Oh, we lost Bonnie. Somebody probably calling her.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we lost you for a little bit.
My daughter stopped calling me. Sorry, she keeps calling me.
You're good.
What did you just say? I'm
No,
sorry.
I was saying that's why what you're saying is so important too, because it's like that's why I kind of hate when people blame stuff on social media, because I feel like a lot of parenting, if done correctly, social media cannot even be blamed because they're gonna know not to do and indulge in certain stuff just because they're seeing it.
Yes, we need to, as parents, be on top of things. I don't care about being my child's a friend. I don't care about being my nieces and nephews' friend. I'm going to protect them, and they know I'm going to protect them. But when they see adults coming around them, they know my mom, my aunt does not play that. And that's
Right.
what you need to do with them.
Yeah, that's so true. Someone said we teach my nieces and nephews about this too, especially good touch versus bad touch. I remember that video when Carlissa was teaching Pink Face it, and then some people were criticizing. I'm like, you damn right she should be doing this. She should have been did this, to be honest. Like, that was the one thing I saw Carlissa did. I'm like, You feel me? Because
Yes.
Blueface ain't gonna do it. Like, you need to do stuff like that.
My
So
daughter
good.
is 4 years old, and I tell her, you know, when someone touches there, you scream and you say, "Don't touch me there."
Right.
Here, here, here. Like you have to tell them. And then on top of that, with like when you talk with us, like Celeste with her parents, they
Yeah.
allowed her apparently to hang out with this person.
Right.
You know, like I am gonna blame. I'm gonna blame everybody. You know, we have to protect the kids. You know,
Right.
there the only way what I would have done with like the young man, the
Hmm.
victim, I would have tell him, you do not talk to adults.
Right.
Sydney should not be coming and putting your phone. No, I can't talk to you.
Like the moment that allegedly happened, he should have called his mom or something, be like, "Hey,
When
this
she said
person gave
they
me
were
my
cute.
number." Right.
When she said you were cute and then came back around, call my mom,
Hmm.
call an adult. And you have to have those conversations with them. And then I wanted to touch base on this young talking to older men
Right.
because I once was that.
Hmm.
Um, and of course, I'm 18, 19. I'm not really realizing like what is going on until I'm in my mid 20s and seeing a lot of those guys on the sex offender list. You
Hmm.
know, so these guys, the one guy, I talked to him when I was 19 years old. So that's why I say 19 and 16 is not different
It's
because
not.
he didn't end up on a sex offender for messing with a 19-year-old.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what people don't realize. Like, when people try to argue me on that point, I'm like, just know that that's not the youngest they'll go. Okay, that's just the youngest they'll go publicly, so that way they
Mhm.
can say like, "Hey, he's like illegal, 18, 19." Like, that's what it's for. It's show, but best believe there's a 15, 16 in the pocket somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I even right now at my age, I was my ex-boyfriend, he's 40, he's 47 or something. And I dated him when I was like 27 and he was 44. We started dating again in November and we were sitting and talking and he was like, I have more in common with younger women. And so I'm
Mm.
just saying, we don't talk because you don't have anything in common with me. Like I said, I'm 35. I don't consider myself a younger woman. So I don't know. And this man didn't have his life together. He was
Mhm.
just always in the bar, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's so predatory for you to sit up here. You don't have anything in common with someone your own age. That's weird. That's
It's very
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Very,
So
very
I was
weird.
like, not for me.
Right. Do you think, because the previous caller said Sidney, she might be able to recover, even if, let's say, she was proven innocent, guilty, she would then have to go ghost and then pop up, boop, and then act as if nothing happened. Do you think she'll be able to recover from this, even if, let's say, proven innocent?
Um, no, if she does, she would it would be like nothing credible, nothing anyone's watching, someone who's like a podcaster that's just trying to get, some likes or get no one is because of the fact of her being trans. We named
Mm,
people, but they all have that. Erica Mena, she is a straight woman or well, bisexual
right. When she
woman,
feel like it.
yeah, who is racially ambiguous,
Right.
Chris Brown is a straight man. We
Right.
can't ignore the homophobia within the black community.
Yep.
So, like she will, but she never was really, she wasn't really, we were already kind of with her after the Chingy thing. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I don't think so either. I feel like that was like the last strike. Like that first
Yeah.
strike that she was able to cover for was the Chingy thing. Because I think people still had to forgive her for that after they realized like what happened. And now this, it's like, oh no, we
Yeah, and
let
then
you
just her
slide once.
behavior, on TV and stuff. She's not really a likable, and not even like a likable villain. Like it's just kind of like you just cause a mess and a ruckus. Those people that people have forgiven were people liked.
True.
You know,
That's true.
so
Hmm. All right. Any final thoughts?
no, everyone go vote, especially if you're in Michigan. It's very important
Yes.
to
Please
America.
register. Okay. Y'all vote for every week for who's the baddest gone wild. The
Right.
baddest bad boy. But then when it comes to them terms of the elections, oh, what's that? And then y'all wonder why the gas is so high. Okay, them groceries in your store so high. Y'all don't be know what
Mhm.
to do. Y'all wonder. I wonder why. That's why.
Mhm. And you get a nice sticker if you go. So go
That
vote.
part. To
All
the
right. Good
tattoo.
night.
Night. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna do a lot more of these, especially towards the rest of this year. I love to do these lives interactively with you guys because I love to hear what you guys have to say. Once again, keep it cute in the comments. This is a sensitive topic. Let me know what y'all think down below about everything. Once again, y'all, everything is alleged. Nothing has been proven in a court of law, but y'all know my opinion and stance on this. Okay, let me know what y'all think, and we out, y'all.